Jo, jo, jo. Jo, 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 jo. So, welcome to my channel on Cat Africa Live. You know, a channel, we are live. Today, we are going live, and I know we are going to have fun. So, what is our mission today? Okay, today the topic I'm here to for us to discuss is, most of the times they normally says Africa is Africans were living in caves, and Africans were living on top of trees before the Europeans came. The Europeans came to Africa. We were nowhere to be found. We were living in caves. So today I want us to go through some inventions, 9 African inventions you should know. 9 African inventions you should know. Inventions which was founded by Africans. So you know, most Western media in their educational system love to portray Africa as an uncivilized continent. In schools, we learn about the Enlightenment, the scientific revolution, the industrial revolutions, and countless other revolutions that all have one thing in common. They say it was originated in Europe. Growing up and constantly hearing of European accomplishment and learning about histories from an Eurocentric perspective, it is not hard to see why there are still people who seems to think that everything great derived from Europe. But spoilers alert, African history existed before slavery, despite what textbooks publishers want you to believe. I'm here to give you 9 inventions that originated from Africa and have changed the entire course of human history. So let's go through these inventions. Inventions that was found by Africans. Let's start with our number one on my list is math, which is normally mathematics. It was invented by Africans. Contrary to popular belief, civilization existed before Europeans discovered them. Ancient Black Egyptians created the earliest numeric system which is on record, and they were also the first civilizations to create and solve arithmetic equations. We are checking the 9 inventions which was found by Africans, or 9 Africans inventions, and number 1 on our list is mathematics, which is contrary to popular belief. Civilization existed before Europeans discovered them. Ancient Black Egyptians created the earliest numeric system which is on record, and they were also the first civilization to create and solve arithmetic equation. So when it comes to inventions, Africans invented a lot of things before the white man came to Africa. Number 2 on our list is art. When I talk of art is I mean the sketch or the drawing, those who draw. So art was also invented by Africans. Africans were the first person to invent art. So the Neanderthals were not the first species to create art. In fact, the oldest known art in human history was discovered in a Blombos cave in South Africa. It consists of two pieces of engraved ochre depicting abstract design and symbols. So the first artwork was discovered in Blombos cave in South Africa. It consists of two pieces of engraved ochre depicting abstract designs and symbols. So art was also somehow invented by Africans. Now, let's go to our third invention by Africans. Africans also invented writing. Africans invented writing. Writing something was invented by Africans. According to Dr. Clyde Winters in his book, The Ancient Black Civilization of Asia, the oldest known form of writing developed between 5000 and 3000 BC in sub-Saharan Africa. This writing system has come to be known as Proto-Saharan. Let me say it again. Africans also invented writing, like how to write. So according to Dr. Clyde Winters, in his book, The Ancient Black Civilization of Asia, the oldest known form of writing developed between 5000 and 3000 BC in sub-Saharan Africa. This writing system has now come to be known as Proto-Saharan. So when we talk of invention, a lot of, Africans also inventing how to write. Now let's talk of our fourth invention by Africans. It's language. Language. Our Stone Age ancestors in sub-Saharan Africa were the first human species to develop language system. A recent scientific study found that every language in the world can be traced to the dialect spoken by our African ancestors over 100,000 years ago. So language was somehow invented by Africans. So let me go. Our ancestors, our Stone Age ancestors in sub-Saharan Africa were the first human species to develop a language system. A recent scientific study found that every language in the world can be traced to the dialect spoken by our African ancestors over 100,000 years ago. So language was somehow also invented, was invented by Africans. Now let's go to the fifth invention by Africans. Fifth invention by Africans is medicine. Medicine. Although all civilization had discovered how to use some form of medicine, ancient Black Egyptians invented concrete system of medicine that involved schooling for practitioners and written documentation of the method of healing used. And let's not forget that ancient Egyptians were also the first civilization to perform surgery. Ancient civilization, Egyptians were also the Black Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians were also the first civilization to perform surgery. So before the white man came to Africa, we were civilized. We were not the people they are trying to portray as that. We didn't know anything. We were just here living in caves and living on top of trees. We civilization started from Africa, so all that stuff was a lie. So number 6 on our list, which is things, what we are discussing is things which was invented by Africans. So number 6 is mining and metallurgy. Mining, how to mine, and metallurgy. The Industrial Revolution would have never happened if it not been for Africans smelting iron over 2,500 years. Ancient Tanzanians had been producing carbon steel long before Britain industrialized metallurgy. So mining, how to mine gold, how to mine diamond, how to mine were happening by Africans before the Western country invaded Africa. So the Industrial Revolution would have never happened had it not been for Africa smelting iron over 2,500 years ago. So ancient Tanzanians had been producing carbon steel long before Britain industrialized metallurgy. So mining and metallurgy was also invented by Africans. Mining was invented by Africans. Now we are going through things that was invented by Africans. Now number 7 is architecture. Architecture. You know, despite the disturbing movement to prove that aliens were in fact behind the architecture of Egypt's Great Pyramid, it is really that is it really that hard to believe that black people can create architectural masterpiece? Some of the world's greatest and oldest architectural masterpieces are in Africa. The pyramids of Giza, the Step Pyramid, the city of Great Zimbabwe, the Nubian pyramids. All of these iconic sites are proof of the highly advanced system of architecture and engineering that ancient Africans developed. So, Africans invented architecture. We invented a lot. So we were not in caves, we were not living on top of trees. We were actually civilized before the white man invaded Africa. Now, number 8 on our list is calendar. Calendar. You know, calendar was invented by actually Africans. So, ancient Egyptians invented the earliest calendar system over 5,000 years ago. And the way that we divided our days into hours and then minutes, that is also because of Egyptians. So calendar was invented by Africans. And now, our ninth invention, which was invented by Africans, are cooking. Cooking, how to cook. This one is pretty obvious considering how many flavorful and seasoned dishes come from the motherland. Ash that was found in South Africa cave has led archaeologists to conclude that our ancestors were cooking with fire 1 million years ago. Our ancestors were cooking with fire over 1 million years ago. So, Africa was not really under a cave. Africans were not under some cave or living on tree before the white man invaded. We were actually civilized. So, here are the 9 inventions from Africa. Our number 1 was mathematics, maths. Our number 2 was arts. Our number 3 was writing. Our number 4 was language. Our number 5 was medicine. Our number 6 was mining and metallurgy. And our number 7 was architect. And our number 8 was calendar, the calendar. And our number 9 was cooking. So Africans has invented a lot of things which shows us that with a lot of things putting together with our if we put ourselves together, we are going to do a lot of things, because our natural resources are enormous. Our natural resources are huge. So if we are going to reorganize ourselves and put ourselves together, Africa is going to be one of the richest continents in the world. Imagine cobalt and a lot of raw materials which is used for building laptop batteries, phones, are all from Africa. So if we are putting ourselves together, putting our industrial side together, imagine what we can do and things we can conquer. It's up to our leaders. It's up to our mental attitude or mental strength to know that we have a lot of things to be proud of, and with good management, we can take over the world. Let me use perfect example as Nigerians. Now Nigeria music is taking over. Let's use that. Even the simple example is Nigerian music. Now the whole world, Nigerian music has taken over. That shows if Africa, we put our house together, we are going to do wonders in the world. We are going to do wonders in the world. So please, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I will upload any great content, you will be notified. And once in a while, I'll be coming live like what I've done today. So thanks everybody. Thanks all the viewers for watching. We will meet again on Sunday.